hello, how are ya? It's AIDzee here. Me, I'm AIDzee. I am, truly. And if I come a little bit forward, I'll be in the camera, it'll be good. And you can see, pretty sky, pretty oval, yeah. Anyway, it's a gorgeous day here in Canberra. And I'm just basically posting today to answer a couple of Arks AIDzee anything questions, but I'm sort of stuffing a few together. And I just thought of something, which I'll do. And then I'm also here, and we'll do this first and last. I'm also here today to remind everyone that we've got a potential Canberra YouTubers gather this weekend on Saturday. Now, the only debate I've heard about this so far is one person who said they'd like to go, but they can't because they're working. So, if only one person wants to go and they can't because they're working, probably have it on Sunday, you know. But this is rather what we do now. This is how this works, Canberra YouTubers. What we all do is we jump into the comments together because it's in one space. And Angry's been really kind and put it out on the Twitters and the face press. And what we do next is we all come together on one comments page and argue about, well, not argue, I meant put forward our propositions for what we want to do. So if like everyone's working on Saturday, we can have it on Sunday. But if like everyone goes, no, Saturday's the go because it'll be grouse, we'll do it on Saturday. I'm easy because I'm loose. It's always been Angry's shame that I'm a tramp. But I'm easy anyway. Either Saturday or Sunday is fine with me. And I'm only saying Saturday and Sunday because it's when most people aren't working in the human world. So, alright. Next thing is Arks AIDzee stuff. AIDzee stuff. Right. Okay. And so I have to ponder. Pondering. Oh, it would have been better if I'd have pondered on the button. I would like to get E6, but I roll my own and they're too wide. They sell tiny little tips. This what I've got is only the tip of the iceberg. There's like 100 million different forms of this. So they're all the same. They're battery, heater coil, juice, vapor. That's how they all work. Yeah, the delivery method is completely up to you. It really is. Keep on searching within the forums and the search pages of A.C.T for something that you might like. I mean, when you search nowadays, the companies put forward what they're trying to sell, which is fair enough. Makes the world go round. But what you want might be on other pages. So just go for a bit of a research and a look. And it's literally 10,000 times less dangerous than smoking tobacco. Because there's no actual smoke in it. There's only nicotine. That's where the actually little bit dangerous comes from. Because it's an artificial stimulant. There you go. And so if you're going to do that to yourself, you might have ill effects, but you'll be sick before. Your blood pressure will be up, your pulse will be racing, you have a headache, and you'll feel sick before you poison yourself with a vaporizer. Yep, don't ask me how I know. So, another person said, and I'm going to squash these two into one, tell me a wacky story about your job history. Well, I've got one. And another person said, oh, I'm going to go back into the workforce after 10 years and I'm a bit sick. How do you do it? Well, I'm a bit sick all the time. And the trick that I learned from this story, see how I weave them together like the magician. The trick that I learned from this story is you've got to be happy. I also learned that again when I was teaching, because I used to be a high school teacher. I know, me, your children, yeah. Anyway, I was in this job that I'd forced to go into. See, when you're an artist in Australia on the benefits, every now and again they say, get a job! And they say, and you say, oh, I haven't got any skills. Plus, 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 plus. And then they go, we'll give you some. Oh, that's awkward. And so you do this training. At the end of the training, you get placed in a workplace, like internship, except really horrible. And I was placed into a hotel pub, yeah? And I won't tell you where it was. It's in the Blue Mountains of Australia somewhere. And I was placed in this hotel pub, and I hated it so much that I just wanted the 2 weeks to be up and me to be out of there. At the end of the 2 weeks, this guy offered me a cash job. Now, I was in a bit of a bind here, because if I didn't accept it, he could have then turned around to the benefits people and said I offered him a job and he said no. So they cut off your dole. Or he could have turned around and... Oh, he could have turned around and made my life difficult anyway. So I accepted this job, which was illegal, right? So he then had me by the balls for as long as he wanted. Because if I made a peep, he would have then just gone, oh, this guy wanted me to employ him cash. And all he's got to do is come with records, and I haven't declared anything. Okay? If I declare on him, if I like dob him in, I am the one in trouble. Yeah, that's... Yeah, Australia, land of milk and honey, if you've got cash. Anyway, I hated this place. I was there working 3 months, and I was doing my head in. And I was doing everything to get fired, like everything to get fired, but they just wouldn't fire me. And it was basically because I was like being incompetent, yeah, openly so. But they loved my attitude so much that I kept on taking it on, that they were prepared to forgive anything. Now, in as much as that goes, that was really kind of them. That was their only kindness. Beyond that, they were really horrible and cruel, and the senior bar staff management were horrible to me, and I was a barman, of course. And I never did get it together to do it properly. And I never did get it together to do it right, and I used to make problems with the cash all the time, and I used to upset the patrons. And one time, in extremis, right, in extremis, I was in the cellar just mucking out, which is where they put all the kegs and all the machinery of the pub. You don't see the machinery except for the tap. All the stuff that makes that go is in the cellar. And if you think about all of your horror movies and all of your fairy tales about the evil things in the cellar, okay. So I'm in there, and I thought, I am doomed to spend the rest of my life here. Maybe that was a little over the top, but that was what I was thinking. And I thought, I will burn the place down, and then I won't have to work here anymore. So you can see where my mental state was. Anyway, so I got it together to light a fire, and then this fire was going quite happily, and then I've gone in my head, oh man, you're quite like several of the bar ladies, and there's really only 3 or 4 of the upper management bar staff that you hate, and the boss. And the boss's son and you get on really well, and oh man, there's a lot of innocent customers here. I mean, they don't know the place is about to burn to the ground. There are no fire alarms, which was illegal, even then. And I thought, oh man, okay, you know what? This is a ridiculous idea. You've just got to walk away. You've just got to have the balls to walk away. So I'm putting the fire out, right? Bluff, bluff, bluff. When I'm busted by senior management, who hates me, yeah? Who fucking hates me. And this guy has gone, oh my God, it would have to be you, and then turns tail and goes. And I'm going, it might be good after all. So I put the fire out. I'm thinking, how do I explain this fire? You know, how do you talk your way out of this one? And I thought, you don't. You just say, I'm out of here, boss. So I get up there, and most of the staff are there, and all of the customers are outside, and they're all looking and waving at me. I'm going, don't say anything for a little while. See, that's one of the things you need to learn in life. And this is like a, for instance, really, truly AIDzee advice thing, right? When you're in trouble, shut up for a moment before you put your case, because you might not be in trouble for the thing you think you're in trouble for. And it might be less than what you know it is. So only cop to what you're accused of if there's evidence. Anyway, that's the thing. So they've gone, well, we never would have imagined it, but congratulations, here's a bonus, and they sent it with cash, for bravely putting out a fire in our pub. Oh, hero! No one asked how the fire started. I was just the guy who put the fire out from then on in. And then I was getting on with senior management. And I was getting on with everyone. I had a much better time. Much better time. But, and I worked there another 3 months, all in. And then the boss finally came to me and said, oh, I can't afford you anymore. You've got to go. And I went, oh, fair enough, mate. You know. Shit happens. I understand. Takings were low, and it was pubs are always high output. They're like hotels, pubs, drinking places are high turnover, high output. And unless you've got that custom coming. Anyway, look, don't worry about that. I was going to talk to Killer Most Wise. When you're sick and you're going back in the workforce, rule number 1, choose wisely. Come on, son, do your thing. Thank you, Kill. Choose wisely. Seriously, choose wisely. I'm just going to do this and do that. That's better. And now the camera's got time to... It's also on a fence. Choose wisely. You want to go into a workplace because you want to disclose, yeah? You want to go into a workplace and you want to disclose what's going on. If you're going to go down at the drop of a hat, they need to know. They need to know how to help you, and they need to know to make the decision whether they take you on or not, knowing this is coming. Because if you don't tell them and you start going down, they can fire your ass for basically, we didn't get what we thought. But if you tell them everything, yeah, and I know that's hard because you've got to face up to the fact that I might be out of it for any length of time. Yeah, you've got to just look at your boss in the eye and say, lady, bloke, fella, whatever, you know, I want you to buy me as an employer, but this is also what you're buying. And in your own head it sounds like, why the fuck would I employ someone like that? Well, rule number 2, pick your job carefully to make sure that they need your skills. If they don't need your skills, then they don't fucking need you. And they're going to fire you in the next downturn anyway, regardless of your ill health. If you were the healthiest bugger on earth, you'd be gone. So that's why I chose to agree with Angry and work with and for him. With and for is kind of tricky because of the arrangement of our pension benefits and the arrangement of his company, and that's all I'm saying. It's better that I'm the employee, yeah? And you'll find nothing official anywhere, right? So see how this works? Me and Angry have got this agreement that we stick to, and Angry is very, very honourable, actually. Not to put too fine a point on it, because when we set this up, I disclosed fucking everything to him, and it sounds, you know, it's a rap sheet as long as your arm with all kinds of bad crap on it. And he sat back and said, I agree, I will take it on knowing that this is real. Now, later on in our partnership, I fucking went down like a bag of shit a few times, and for a few different reasons. And he's just bounced back every time going, I knew this was coming, you told me this was coming, you know, don't worry about it, fucking get yourself well, get back to work, and we can make up for it with video, but mate, it's like, righto. And so, as a result, I work harder in this job than I've worked in any freaking job. I do a lot of theoretical stuff, a lot of stuff that you wouldn't see on camera, and it's valuable because it goes from theory, and then I work it through into something we can use, and then there's the 3-second pitch to angry, and if he buys it, then it stays in. But that process takes a month and a half. Takes a month to dream up the idea and then put it into words from amorphous mobs, and then it takes 2 weeks to get it from amorphous mob to practical, and then takes a day or two to get it from a sheet of theoretical information and practical information into a 3-sentence pitch. It's got to be a 3-second pitch because Angry's busy all the time, and also if it's not a 3-second pitch, how are you going to stick it on camera? So it's been great for me because I mostly work in the abstract out there beyond the moon, and I send back the occasional brilliant insight from way out there. I'm happy living in my floaty world. Yay, it's fun. Send more drugs. And kilometres wise, I guess I'm saying I'm not the richest guy in the world, but me and Angry are definitely working toward making the YouTube empire complete. And it's been one of the more fun jobs I've ever had. I bounce out of bed in the morning and I don't go, oh, I've got to go to work. I bounce out of bed and I go, what kind of work am I going to do today? I bounce out of bed and it's actually often in the morning too, which is a big hint with me. If I've got nothing on, it's, sleep into the afternoon, watch TV all morning, from the other end. Oh, it's sunrise, I better get some sleep. No, that's not okay. It's not how the world works. A man in his 40s shouldn't be living the life of a teenage student. It's fun, but and I'm not going to stop until I get my rockstar lifestyle. Cocaine and bitches or bust. I've busted a few times. So that's how I can tell you, if you're sick and you want to get back in the workforce, choose a job that you want because you'll feel better at it, and make sure the skills you've got are imperative. And you've got skills. You might not think you've got skills, but you've got skills. You've had a job once, or you've studied once, or you're going to study. You've got skills. You've got an imagination. And a lot of people cannot do the imagination thing. A lot of people cannot do it. That is why people like us are employed. Think on that. Think on that, because it's bloody useful. I'm just going to pop you down so you can see me better. There you go. Not on my tippy toes all the time. I don't know what it is with this camera lately. It's turning itself off. I fossick around the back and it's all just going, yeah, off. Canberra. Like Peter Harvey, Canberra. Everyone in Australia used to do that. Got to be old. Fuck, I need to show you. Look at that. Fucking hell. Needs a shave. Canberra. So I'll risk it. Yeah, I'll risk it. I'm here and shouting to you today at the end of this video because the wind killed the last version. How very sad. So look, all I need to do is wrap up and say, please comment below whether you want to turn up for the gathering this weekend in Canberra. At the moment it's set for 12 o'clock on Saturday at Garima Place, but you know what, everything is subject to change, so debate that in the comments below and we'll make a call later. But we'll use this page to make our decision, okay? Please play nice in the comments. I will get to the other Arks AIDzee questions. Arks AIDzee anything answers. Please play nice with each other, and please subscribe if you're new. Please tell your friends to subscribe. Tell other subscribers to subscribe. People who have already subscribed, tell them to subscribe twice. I'm just making light. And have a really excellent day. And I hope to see you in Canberra on the weekend. Okay. And Noswonky, not my gnome, but thank you anyway. See yous. Have a good one, and I hope this video works out okay and I'll get it up and it'll be grand. See ya.